Yash, Prashant, you're laughing your way to the box office. I want both of you to tell me first, did you ever expect, Yash, this kind of success? This is stupendous. You're breaking every record in Hindi cinema. Forget about Kannada cinema and other languages. Did you expect this, Yash?
No, I kind of wanted it. We hoped to get this kind of response, but looking at the way my teaser was received and the trailer was received, we kind of had a hit. But the way people have turned out, and yeah, it's overwhelming for sure.
It's overwhelming for sure. Prashant,
Yeah.
I mean, as a director, when you make a film, it's one thing to make KGF, which is a box office hit. Then 3 years later, you come up with KGF 2, and it becomes even bigger. Normally, sequels don't always work. So what's the success formula?
I think we stuck to our story, sir. To begin with, I don't know how the appreciation for KGF came in. I was not totally on board. Everybody else believed, basically, it's not just the scale that has to work sometimes, it is in the totality, the soul of the movie has to work. And I think that call was taken by the producer and Yash. They were the first audiences. So they, thought that it was right that we take this step. And of course, Bahubali had already done that for us. We knew that there was a lot of tolerance and acceptance for movies coming from the South. And we're proud to represent it a little further.
Lata, should we be calling them regional cinema stars anymore? Are all those barriers now broken? The barriers of geography are completely broken down. With OTT platforms also, films get translated in different languages. It's a completely new ball game. All barriers seem to be broken.
Absolutely. I don't think we should call it regional cinema anymore. It's all Indian cinema. These stars are all Indian stars. And, Yash is as well known in the Hindi heartland as he is in the South. So I think the other, point I quickly wanted to make, Rajdeep, is that in the South, the tier 2 and tier 3 audiences are very, very important in the market, and I think when filmmakers are making films and when stars sign films, they are very conscious of this fact.
Right.
It's not geared towards a multiplex, audience. So I think that's also a major difference of why South films are doing so well. And the fan clubs, of course, are huge here, as you know.
That's right. Those fan clubs still remain. I mean, there's still first day, first show, I presume, at least for a Rajnikant film. Yes, very quickly, Akshay.
Rajdeep, I think to end this, the bottom line that we need to understand is that the strength of India as a market is not our disposable income levels. It's our population. The day we start thinking about deriving a little bit of money from a lot of people instead of trying to derive a lot of money from a few people, we'll get it right. And the key to doing that is storytelling that is intellectually accessible to the widest possible audience in India. And that's what KGF did, that's what Triple R did, that's what Bhool Bhulaiya did. And that's the reason why they're as successful as they are, because they cater to tier 1, 2, 3 multiplexes, single screens, everyone. Okay, and if we can do that, I'm sure we'll stumble upon success a lot more frequently.
Tanuj, is there a formula therefore, or are you also looking now at film just for OTT?
Not at all, Rajdeep. I think to each his own. I think creators are of all shapes, sizes, and sensibilities. And honestly, I wouldn't entirely subscribe to what Akshay is saying. I think technically, as a filmmaker, as a creator, I think we should go with our instinct and our creative belief, and not just necessarily create what is perceived to be or what is apparently meant to be massy in the real sense of the word. I think we did a film like Nirja, which was never perceived to be, widely commercial. We cast Vidya Balan in a housewife film called Tumhari Sulu. When Vidya was in the back of 3 flops, it was a very, very straightforward, simple storytelling formula, right? But these films performed exceedingly well at the box office. So I think...
so you're saying there are different audiences and each one to himself or herself. There is no one formula, one size fits all model anymore in Hindi cinema.